Alrighty, got one piston. Okay, so now you don't need to take all of these things off. You just need enough that you can push the wrist pin out. Without scratching anything up or dropping anything into your system. That's why I don't like magnetic screwdrivers. There we go. So we're going to take this out, clean it off with brake clean. Alright, so we got our first wrist pin in there. Or wrist clip, pin clip. Let's see, do I have, yes I do, okay. So one thing I like to do, I'm going to grab the empty one, or emptier one, to grab your screwdriver, make sure it's clean. And I just like to get a little in the cap. Get a little oil in your cap. Just a little bit, don't need a whole lot. I'm going to set it down right here on this vise. You can't see it, but it's there. And then you just want to get some, you want to put your roller bearing in there, roll it around. So when you're going to want to make sure that your hands are clean. So wipe them off on a rag and don't touch anything else after this. Or during this. Okay, so get your roller bearing out, put it in. I'm shaking right now because this is a high anxiety moment. I have never loved doing this. This is one of the most dreaded parts, personally. Of course, I've also put this on the wrong side, or one of the clips on the wrong side, so that's going to be a pain. Get your finger and just run some oil across the rings, pre-lubricate your rings. Always do that whenever you're working on vehicles, chainsaws, same thing applies, always pre-oil. It'll always be smoky when you start it, that's just... And one thing that I've seen a lot of people don't do is a lot of people will, when they rebuild the top ends of their chainsaws, they will not, and I repeat, it surprised me when I heard about this and when I seen it, people don't break in their top ends. They'll build a saw, they'll break it in, and guess what they'll do? They won't break it in. You have to re-break in the top end of a chainsaw, always. Always, 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 always. And also, what helps when you're doing this is you're also feeling along for any rough spots that may catch and may form a burr that could possibly damage your saw. Now right there is a bit of one. Not to worry about though, it's not bad. This is the same quality as Farmertech. I think it's the same company, so. Alrighty. And put that down. And then, I know this almost sounds stupid at this point, pre-lubricate the inside of your combustion chamber. Just going to clean that off just a little bit. Alright, now is the really annoying part of building a saw, and that is getting your last wrist pin clip in there. Sorry for not getting the best viewing opportunity or experience, but right now it's very what's the word? Right now is very not a good time. Best I can explain it. I like this anaerobic stuff. It's by far my favorite. I just say like favorite. It's my favorite. It is by far my favorite. Okay, now I don't know what hose clamp I want to use. If I want to use the screw type or if I want to use the one that Husqvarna gave me. Oh, right, no, never mind. I don't want to use that one. Because I lost the nut for it. There's like a little tiny square nut that I dug out of there. So I gotta say though, it is much easier to put the top end back on. Oh, okay. Right, what was I saying? It's much easier to put the top end on. You've got everything. Just check your wrist pin clips. Make sure they're all in there good. They're not skipped. Okay. Make sure your ring is aligned before you do this. And slip that zip tie over top of it. There we go. Now you just slip your zip tie down. And I suggest taking your finger and just gently run it along, just so that you know exactly how much you need to add or remove. Make sure there's none in the fuel area. This anaerobic sealer will burn, but it does not smell good. And always remember to get rid of any that are on your hand, any that's on your hands or whatnot. Okay. Let's tilt this over here and do the rest. Okay. Almost just shot a shitload into the crankcase. That one ought to have been good. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Here, now this should go on. There we go. Alrighty. You know what time it is? It is drop the bolts down and tighten up time.
What's up?
Hey, dude. Guess what I am doing?
I know what you're doing.
Big bore is mounted. And I missed that screw. There we go. Back after that short little intermission there. Didn't miss much. Brother just came by, looked at it. We were just chatting, shooting the shit. We're about ready to button this up and give it a test fire. Impulse line back on, and we put the hose clamp back in the spot we can tighten it. There we go. Don't want it touching because the hose clamps will get a little warm. And if it's touching your impulse line, then you can melt it. But that's no biggie. Okay. Oh man, I am so excited for this. You have no idea. I really mean you have no idea how fucking excited I am for this. I've been waiting so long to be able to put this kit on there. Voice crack. Here's my clears. Here's the clears. So far I've been in the shop for, I don't know, because I didn't turn on the power to the clock. I usually like to time myself when I do this kind of things, but I didn't, so yeah. Okay, let's put all that shit back on. But see, this is why I like putting my parts on little pieces of duct tape. Because there, I didn't lose that screw. And I didn't confuse it for anything else. Although, I'll have to find a steel screw. Seems like the more steel fasteners I put on this saw, the better it works and runs. I don't know why. I'm not superstitious or anything, but just an observation. Something I've noticed while running this saw. Just likes to eject fasteners that are husky, but the steel ones tend to stay on longest. Main plastics back on. I forgot I gotta do this every time I go to put this on, or else it just won't go on. Okay, what are we stuck on? Nothing. I'm just being a dumbass. Oh, what's that? There we go. Okay, really, what am I stuck on? Oh, ooh, I forgot. There's a part right there that I need, that I never put on last time I had this thing part. There we go. This little guy right here. Flathead. Scrunch, there we go. There we go. Okay. That's just to keep the plastic off of the thing so it doesn't burn. And we're good to go. Alrighty. So somewhere this isn't fitting. I don't know where. I don't know why. But I'll make it fit. Alright, top cover on. Some of my plastics just aren't fitting right now. Oh, what it is. Plastic will shape itself. I need a drink. It's a little bit lopsided, I think. Something's up with that. Okay, I'm gonna put these side ones on first, and then we're gonna put the bottom ones on. Just to hold it. Okay, I'm gonna rotate it just a little bit. Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Don't worry, be happy. Do do. Okay, so I'm back in the shop. I just shoveled off the stairs. We are going to test fire this 372 with the 52mm big bore kit. Probably not going to notice too much of a difference, but it'll probably sound a little bit more throaty than they usually do. Let's get on with it. Alrighty. Very good. It's on choke. Alrighty, so we are back. Just went in, had supper, let the sock cool down a bit. We're gonna drain the gas out because I'm still running 40 to 1 in it. I'm gonna want to run closer to 30 to 25 to 1. Just because that's a good break-in mixture. Ugh, I never break in my saws with a weak oil content fuel like 40 to 1. Oh yeah, I can just tell by how green that looks. Gas. First, let's wipe this table down. Made a mess of this table today. Okay, let's put the gas cap back on. With blue colored wood chips all over it. I might just do a proper tune-up on Wednesday, because I'm gonna have to let this area vent off if I'm gonna start the saw up again. And by then it would be well over 9 o'clock, and I don't want to be firing up saws and pissing off the whole neighborhood at 9 o'clock, so it'll be somewhere in between. This is just a break-in mixture anyways. Yeah, it's around a 25 to 1 now.